Hello everybody, so we're going to be doing a reading today, Are They the One? And we're going to be getting a little bit more details, more than just that, on the connection you are speaking about or you are inquiring about. Just a little bit of a disclaimer, energy is fluid and the timelines switch all of the time depending on your energy, their energy, and the choices that are made, your mindset, etc. There is so much that can go into the energy switching or changing or developing over time, and just because someone is the one or is not the one right now does not necessarily mean that the energy cannot switch up in the future. So I just encourage everybody to have discernment, and of course, if something is not feeling right for you, not feeling good for you, or it is toxic, I would just take that as a no, this person is not right for me, and I would just honestly leave it there. Okay, so this is in no way promoting any toxicity or anything that makes you not feel good, anything that takes away from your happiness, your autonomy, and your good feeling. Okay, so that's just a little bit of a disclaimer, but let's go into the piles. So we have pile number one, and these are going to be your advice cards. Okay, pile number one with this card, 𝔗𝔗𝔞𝔪𝔰. I don't know how to pronounce these. A lot of these I don't know how to pronounce them, so just don't shoot me. Okay, so we have this card with gratitude. We have pile number two, 𝔗𝔗𝔫, with accountability. Pile number three with 𝔗𝔰𝔫𝔰 or 𝔗𝔰𝔫𝔰, sing. I love that card. She's so pretty. All these cards are beautiful. This is a metaphysical cannabis deck if you're interested. Then we have pile number four with 𝔗𝔗𝔫𝔰. I don't know why I just put an extra A in there and switched up all the letters. 𝔗𝔗𝔫 with stability. Okay, guys. Yeah, I will see you guys in your readings. And if you want exclusive content from me, make sure to check out my Patreon, and the link is in the description. I will see you guys in your piles. Toodles. Okay, pile number one, those of you who chose this gratitude card, this is going to be your reading. And first I will explain each of these cards to you, and then we will get into the reading. This is just the back of the deck energies. I felt that they were important to put here, as that's the main energy of what's going on here. Okay, so these two cards, this card is about, okay, so sorry, these are clarifiers for these cards, just to get a little bit deeper in the energy. So this card is going to be, what is holding this connection back? This card is going to be, is this person the one for you? And this card is going to be, how can we move this connection forward? So immediately, let's just get into the precipice, right? The precipice, is that the word? Or let's just get into the main energy here. So we have the Page of Swords and the side piece card coming out as clarifiers for, is this person the one for you? Ultimately, I would say, at least not now. This person definitely has an eye for a lot of people. I feel like this person has a very wandering eye. This person is not somebody who's ready to settle down yet. This person is somebody who's curious about any and all avenues. This person might be somebody who doesn't really have a lot of experience in relationships, so they need more experience within their life before they feel like they're ready or able or willing to settle down and have this type of family unit and build and grow this energy with you, with the Seven of Pentacles right here. It's all about building. It's all about growing. Family is something that you make a commitment to. It is literally growing. Look, making a home, feeling safe, secure, starting a family. Maybe this is something that you want. I feel like this is the energy that you're wanting from this person. And if this is the energy that you're wanting from this person, this commitment, this growth, this moving forward together type of energy, this is not the person for you. If you are somebody who you're just looking for a good time, or you're just wanting to have fun, or just wanting to deal with something that would be, fun for the moment, yeah, maybe this person would be a good fit for you. But if you're somebody who's actually looking for a real true commitment, this person is definitely not the one for you right now. And the reason why here is because the Page of Wands and the Proposal card, this person, this gives me curiosity vibes as well. It's like this person is just not ready to settle down. In no way, shape, or form is this person ready for any type of commitment. This person is not ready to take things to the next level. This could be a person that you've been talking to, and they might have said here and there, like, oh yeah, well, you know, like, I really like you, I'm just not ready for a relationship. And when and if they say that, take their word for it. Don't say, oh, well, you know, like, they have feelings for me and maybe that will make things different in the future, because that is not the energy that I'm seeing right here. If this person has told you that they're not ready for a commitment, or told you that they don't want a relationship, don't try to push the envelope. Don't beat a dead horse. Recognize where you need to cut and take your losses and do that. Because the way that I see when I asked for how can we move this connection forward, we got the Devil, and to clarify that, we got the Conflict card. So this is all about cutting your losses. This is all about saying, you know what, this is something that's actually holding me back instead of allowing me to move forward the way that I want to move forward, and it's holding me back from the things that I really want and what I truly am ready for myself. And if this person is not ready for what you're ready for, you need to cut your losses, cut your ties, and allow yourself to move forward with grace. Okay, because this could be an energy of like, it reminds me of the Justice card in this deck. And the Justice card is a cat, and he's biting the person's hand. And it makes me think, let me try and find it. It makes me think of the energy of, you mess with the cat, and the cat's showing you all of these signs that the cat doesn't want to be messed with. It has its ears back, it's flicking its tail, right? And it's basically showing you that it doesn't want to be messed with. It's showing you that it does not want to be pet, but you continue to pet the cat, and you continue to pet the cat, and then the cat bites you. And if the cat bites you, and it's already shown you and basically told you in its own way that it doesn't want to be pet, the only person you can blame for that bite is yourself. So it's like that type of energy in your reading here with this person. If this person has told you that they don't want a relationship or a commitment, if this person has told you that they're not ready for what you're ready for, the only person you can blame for anything if you end up getting hurt is yourself. Okay, and that's just the energy that I get from your reading. So it's like, it's fine to want something more with this person. It's fine to want something better for yourself. It's fine to want a commitment, right? And of course, this person shouldn't do anything that is going to hurt you, right? But if you're trying to make things exclusive, or if you're expecting this person if you're expecting yourself to be the only person that this person is seeing, then I feel like you're just hurting yourself in the long run, because this person is not in that type of energy of commitment in any type of way, even if it's just committing themselves to having sex or dealing with or talking to just one person. It's just not in the cards right now, literally, and it's just not somewhere where this person is mentally and emotionally. Okay, now let's read your advice card. Let's put it over here. Yeah, and it's page number 40, and 4 is all about stability. This is not necessarily a stable foundation with this person. I feel like this card's going to be mostly addressing you and your life, right? It says, this card measures the variables of energy coming from you. This wheel resembles the teachings of the cosmograms and medicine wheel. Following the sun, we enter the wheel in the east and exit the wheel in the west. The north and south represent our ascension and descension with the extremes of the wheel vortex. The oracle of rebirth rises on one side of the wheel as the oracle of chaos rides down the other. showing that not always will you want a situation to last and vice versa, but that is the cycle of life. Life is a constant change in look, relationships, finances, homes, and lifestyle. How you react to the change is key here. Do you fall into chaos or do you rise above it? When this card emerges, it reminds you that each event in your life could be a blessing. Maybe you just got through your dark night of the soul, and this card is reassurance that the sun is shining. You are loved, guided, and protected in all ways. If this card has come to you in your spread today, ask yourself, how do I react to change? Do I meet opportunities when presented with them, or do I make excuses to resist the change? That is self-explanatory. I don't feel like I have to add any more. So I hope this reading resonated with you guys. I hope it gave you what you needed and gave you, confirmation to whatever you guys have been feeling. If you want a personal reading from me, hit me up on Instagram. The link is in the description. If you want exclusive readings, spicy readings, romance readings that I'm not posting to YouTube, you can go ahead and join my Patreon. It's pretty cheap. It's like what I made it like $5 or something like that each month. And yeah, that link is also in the description for you if that is something that you'd be interested in. So I will see you guys later. I hope this reading resonated for you, and doodles. Hello, pile number 2. This is going to be your reading on, is this person the one for you? So we're going to get to your advice card at the end, and don't be afraid by the difficult looking cards that we have here, because the message I'm feeling is very unique. Okay? It's not necessarily what you would probably think by looking at all these cards. So we have this card and this card representing, is this person the one for you? Then we have what is holding the connection back and how to move the connection forward. These are just like the main energies here, like the underlying energies of the reading, okay? So first, let's address if this person is the one for you. With the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like this is definitely a yes. But even if you look at this Ace of Pentacles right here, he's trying to offer this cat a treat, right? He's not hurting the cat. He's offering this cat a treat. But the cat still looks very hesitant to take the treat. It's as though you can see this person or this relationship has the potential in which you would want it to have, and is something that could be very good for you in your future, but you're still afraid to take it. Whether it's the history that you have in your relationships or in this relationship in particular, or whether it's maybe this person reminds you of somebody that maybe didn't leave the best taste in your mouth. There's a lot of trust issues that is going on for my pile 2s, whether this is your trust issues or trust issues of the person that you're dealing with. There's a lot of trust issues here, but right now I am definitely seeing that this is a yes. This person is the one for you, but you guys need to be able to allow yourself to release these fears and these fears and these blockages concerning this person, or concerning whether this person is going to do you right. I am getting like energy of another person, but it doesn't feel like your person has another person or that you have another person. That could just be worries. It really truly feels like worries of another person. And if you do know that this person has another person, it really doesn't feel like that. It really truly doesn't feel like that. But for those of you, if you do, I could feel like there's maybe 1 or 2 people here that know this person is dealing with somebody else. And I feel like it's your energy that is, because we create our circumstances. It's your energy that's continuing to hold this blockage up, right? And yeah, let's just get into it. So what is holding this connection back? The Sun and the Clown card. I feel as though expectations of needing things to always be sunny, needing things to always be good, not allowing any conflict. And if there is any conflict, it's you guys take it very harshly. You guys could be the type of people where this person might have a million green flags, but as soon as you see even a little hint of orange, you're like, nope, red flag, I'm done. You guys could be the type of people, and I'm not attacking anybody because I definitely can have this tendency myself, where the relationship, the good can definitely outweigh the bad, but as soon as you see even a hint of bad or negative or problems, it's like, okay, I don't want to be with you anymore, or okay, you know, maybe I would be better with somebody else. This is like crisis thinking. This is like trauma thinking. This is survival mode. It's like, I do feel like you guys see the potential of this connection, and I do feel like you guys know that this is something good for you, but there's just this part of you that just, when something goes wrong, it might feel like the end of the world. Okay, and I feel like that is something that's definitely holding this connection back. I also feel like fights and arguments here could definitely be a factor here. We have degrading appearances, shame, and humiliation. So if you guys argue, it's fine. Like, arguments are actually a healthy thing, but it's the way that the arguments go. There should never be any degrading or shaming or humiliating. There should never be any energy of talking down to somebody when you are arguing with them. The argument between couples or, you know, romantic partners should be both partners against the problem, never one partner against the other or both partners against each other. And I feel like that type of energy is the energy that's holding this connection back, okay? Now, to address how we can move this connection forward, we have the Three of Wands in reverse. Like I said, this could be the type of connection where one or both of you, when things get rough, could be like, you know what, I don't want this anymore. Like, and it doesn't feel like you guys are jumping to say, I don't want this anymore, because you truly don't want to be with each other. It truly feels like escapism. It truly feels like this is triggering my childhood wounds of abandonment. This is triggering my childhood wounds surrounding conflict. And because I am so triggered, and because this argument or this relationship is triggering bigger wounds within me, it feels unsafe. And because it feels unsafe, I'm gonna run from it. And because I want to run from it, what more efficient way to run from it than saying, I don't want you anymore, or I don't want this anymore, or I'm leaving. That type of energy. That energy is holding you back, and holding your person back as well. Because that in itself, that constantly, when things go wrong, I'm leaving, or I don't want this, or maybe we shouldn't be together type of energy, is energy that's never going to help the situation. It's always going to add on to the trauma, add on to the conflict, and add on to the hurt feelings. Because what that does is the person who is receiving those type of remarks from you, or whether you're receiving these type of remarks from your person, the person who is receiving these remarks is always going to feel like they're not enough. And it's going to instill in their head that they are easy to leave, or that you are so quickly done with the relationship, or so ready to jump off the wagon when things aren't going right. I feel like both of you have abandonment wounds here, and both of you, what you truly need to feel safe is you need somebody who's going to stick there with you with love and compassion in times of conflict. So this is like, neither of you need that tough love aspect. And a lot of you could show love very tough, right? A lot of you could have that tough love type of energy. And maybe that's something that was instilled in previous relationships, or maybe that's something that was instilled in childhood, is, you know, you need that tough love, you know, but neither of you I see here are needing that tough love. That tough love is actually keeping you behind. That tough love is actually preventing this from making big strides, and from going where the potential is, right? From having that fullest and highest, greatest potential that's holding that connection back. That type of energy is holding this connection back from that potential, right? So it's like being softer, being more supportive, you know, even when you're arguing, even when you're upset, even when maybe you don't agree with your person, still showing that love, still showing that support, still showing that empathy, right? Not blaming, not pushing the blame, not pointing fingers, not, you know, like, for example, I know a lot of the times in relationships, when someone addresses a problem or how they feel, the other person could take that as an attack, or take that and go on the defense mode and be like, well, you feel like this, don't you think that I feel like that, or don't you think that I feel worse? And instead of having that type of energy, you could choose to be more supportive, right? You know, like, for example, your partner comes to you like, you know what, I'm feeling really overwhelmed and stressed, and I don't like A, B, and C. Instead of being like, don't you think I'm overwhelmed, or don't you think I'm stressed, don't you think that I feel the same way? Like, instead of making that a self thing, instead of diverting that energy back to yourself and making that energy about you, what you could do is, you know what, babe, I totally understand. You know what, I am feeling stressed out too, and how can I help you through what you're feeling? Or not necessarily I'm feeling stressed out too, because that's kind of diverting it back to you, but sympathizing or empathizing, or showing that you're on the same page without making it about you. You know, it's okay to say, you know what, babe, I'm stressed out too, without making it all about yourself, you know? And there will be times where you can express yourself as well, but when your person's trying to express themselves, don't make it about you, make it about them, because what they're not looking for an argument or a fight, or to compare and contrast how it is with you versus with them. Like, it's never, I'm hearing, it's never, you know, like, I'm feeling this way and I'm blaming that on you. When it comes to talking about feelings, it's, I'm feeling this way and I need your love and I need your support to help me. And when that gets twisted into, or maybe when that gets construed, that gets misconstrued into a comparison, or trying to make it seem like, oh, well, you know, you feel like this, well, you know, so do I. When it gets misconstrued like that, and we don't realize that this person wants love and connection, a lot of the times we can take that very defensively. So there is a very I need to protect myself type of energy when it comes to both you and your person here. And I feel like that comes from trauma, from old relationships. It comes from trauma from maybe being degraded, maybe being in a violent or emotionally abusive relationship, or being with somebody who didn't choose you, or who was always comparing. I feel like both of you just need to be each other's safe space. Both of you need to show each other more love and more support, instead of giving each other your backs, right? When this person is saying, you know, I'm feeling like this, instead of getting frustrated at the situation, I feel like you could come to this person and be like, you know what, how can I help you through this? And you, when you do that when you do that for your person, when you do that for your person, they're going to be more inclined to do that for you. Okay? I hope that I articulated that correctly, and I hope that that didn't feel like an attack. But yeah, that's definitely the energy that I'm feeling here, and that's what's holding this connection back. And the way that you could really propel this connection forward and help to reach the highest potential within this connection is recognizing when to come with love and support, and recognizing that most times when people are frustrated, even if they're frustrated with us or even if they're angry, most of the time that's their heart calling out for love and support. Sometimes they just don't know how to always handle it. Sometimes they don't know how to say, hey, I need your support and I need your love, you know? And that might be something that you struggle with as well. So let's just get into your advice card here. Hisabi, accountability. Let's read it. It says, in the Hisabi card, a graceful woman stands with the lion arching over her head. Above her sits an infinity symbol with the giant head of the lion, while the giant head of the lion takes up the upper portion of the card. It could easily swallow her, but instead it's in awe of her gentleness. Hisabi reminds us that having courage doesn't mean you don't feel fear. It means that you have confidence in your innate abilities. The lion doesn't second guess its animal instincts, so this card emerges to remind you of your inner strength. Balance must be maintained on both ends, between not harming the lion or being swallowed by it. But if someone or something has upset you, take a slow walk through the Pride Land and hunt down what it is inside of you instead of attacking other prey. It takes strength to be compassionate. If Hisabi has graced you with her presence, you're being asked to relax. Stop moving forward with a momentum that continues to bring complaints, and instead move forward with one that brings solutions. Only you can give yourself forgiveness when it comes to someone who may have let their animal side out. Ask yourself, can I let my tears be healers of my timeline? Do I feel intimidated around others as if I don't have the same lion spirit? Do I believe I am more than just the label that I place on myself? That is a beautiful card that really articulates the message that I had a little bit better than I did. So I hope this message resonated with you, and that is what I have for you. This seems like a beautiful connection with a beautiful potential here. It's just both people need to really address those inner core wounds before it hurts the relationship, okay? So if you guys ever want a personal reading, you could hit me up on Instagram. It is in the description below, the link. And if you ever want exclusive readings that I'm not going to post anywhere else, spicy readings, romance readings, regular readings, that is going to be linked down in the description below on my Patreon. All right, guys, I will see you guys later. Toodles. Hello, pile number 3. You guys chose the 𝔗𝔰𝔪𝔰 card, Sing. This is going to be your reading on if this person is the one. So these two cards are going to represent whether they are the one. These two cards are going to represent what's holding the connection back. And these two cards are going to represent what it is that you could do to help this connection move forward in the way that you want it to move forward. And this is just the back of the deck energies. This is the main energy here that needs to be brought to play. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. First and foremost, is this person the one? I feel like you guys are being called to really use your intuition here. And we're going to get into more details about this connection that will help you decipher whether or not, you know, what you're thinking is really your intuition or if it's fear. Because I feel like there are a lot of fears here, and I feel like there is an energy of being too close to the situation. They're not giving me a full yes, this is, or no, this isn't, but I don't necessarily feel negative energy here. I don't feel bad energy. I feel like this is a connection that is going through a rough patch. That's truly what it feels like to me. And it feels like this person could most definitely be the one if balance is restored in this connection. It doesn't feel very balanced right now. And if you want to, like, wow, I didn't even notice that. This cat is sitting on the fence, right? And this girl, or a guy, no, it's a guy, or it's a girl, I don't know. They're sitting on a bridge. right? So both of them are very elevated. You need to get to an elevated place and take some time alone, whether this is literally like going to a bridge and like looking over the water or looking over the town, or like I heard an airplane. So if those of you are, if somebody is actually going on a vacation, sitting in a window seat and really just looking out over the lands as you take your ride. I'm getting very nauseous. That might help you get a bigger, because literally taking a step back and getting a broader perspective with your eyes could help you also get a broader perspective with this connection. Also, like looking over water, like going to the ocean and like looking over water might really help you. Sorry, I'm rolling my neck. For some of you guys, you really need to like roll your neck and your shoulders, because there's a lot of tension stuck in your neck and your shoulders. Holy shit, guys. But yeah, a lot of you need some alone time to figure out what you want to do and how you want to move forward, because this is all about what you want. Pile number 3. So what is holding this connection back? We have the King of Pentacles and family. I feel like you guys could be, like I said, at a rough spot, and this rough spot could also be finances. So it could be that, you know, there is a financial strain on the connection. I'm sorry, there is a financial strain right here, financial problems that is putting a strain on the emotional aspect of this relationship. You know, when you're stressed out about money and how you're going to make ends meet, a lot of the times that can put a lot of stress on different parts of your life, especially your romantic connections, right? Because if you have two stressed out individuals coming into a relationship that too stretched for some of you, you guys might be stretching yourself a little too thin, doing multiple things, multiple avenues of energy here. A lot of energy going out, not a lot of energy coming in. You guys need some sort of getaway. You guys need some sort of getting back to yourself and releasing the stress of always needing to be there for other people. For some of you guys could be always there helping other people with their problems but not helping yourself. For some of you guys could be parents and you really need a little bit of a break. And I feel like it could be the stress of stretching yourself too thin, or the stress of finances that is really putting an emotional strain on you. And because it's putting an emotional strain on you, that is also bleeding over and affecting the relationship here. So the rough patch in the relationship might not even be about the relationship and its compatibility. It might just be about two individuals being super stressed and super stretched too thin. Sorry, that was a tongue twister. And that could be what's really putting an emotional strain on this relationship. For some of you guys, yeah, like I said, you guys could literally like be parents, and the stress of consistently having to be there and consistently having to do so much for your children and to maintain this family and keep this unit afloat is really putting a large emotional strain on the relationship. Because it's like, when you get the time to relax, like, you might just want to be by yourself, and that might be putting strain on your relationship because you don't get time alone. And then when you get time alone, you want it alone. Maybe you're not having that much time to spend with your partner, or you don't have that much energy to spend with your partner, and so it's making it feel like to you or to your partner that neither of you have time, energy, or maybe it's making it feel like you guys don't want to talk, you guys don't want to be together, or you guys don't want to what's the word, interact with each other. But it's really not that. It's just that you guys don't have the alone time that you guys need to recalibrate and refuel by yourselves. So when you guys have that time to yourselves, you want to be by yourself. So it's like really putting a strain on the relationship. Okay, so I feel like both of you just taking some time to like get away, like solo, it would be something that really helped the relationship here. And so these two cards, let's get into these two cards. These two cards are about how can we move this relationship, whoa there, that was a loud slam. How can we move this relationship forward? We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the dating card. So I'm getting multiple messages here. I'm getting brought back to this card with this card. It's like, what do you really want? Do you want to be with this person? Or do you want something else? Or do you want to be, it feels like, do you really not want to be in this connection, or do you just really want things to be different within this connection? That's sort of what it's feeling like here. All right, guys, let's address these two cards right here. How can we make this connection a little better? How can we push this connection forward, right? And with the Two of Pentacles and the dating card, I feel like you guys really need to ask yourself what you want. I feel like you guys might have been or might be on the fence, so to speak, about whether you want to stay in this connection and fix this connection, or whether you want to scrap this connection altogether and be with somebody else, or find somebody else, or go back to playing the field or dating. Right? So I feel like how you could help, there's multiple different things that's coming to me, so I'm sorry if I'm like all over the place. How you could help push this connection forward is you could really take some time by yourself and get to know you again, and get to see, you know, what do I really truly want? What does my heart really truly want? Aside from the fears and the strain and the stress that I'm going through, what do I really want? And then with dating, if you truly do want to be with this person, you guys need to bring the fun back. You need to go out on more dates. You need to go have more fun with each other. You need to go love on each other a little bit more. I know this says dating sites, hooking up, so seeing someone in one night stands. It's like you need to bring it back to how it was when you first fell in love with this person. You need to bring back the good times. You need to bring back the energy that made you want to invest in this person, right? And I feel like because of the strain and the stress in your everyday life, both of you might have lost that spark, or both, and it's not that you've lost the spark for your person or your person has lost the spark for you. It's just that you guys don't do the things that made this relationship so fun and so enjoyable anymore. You guys don't, like, we have the Nine of Wands right here. The reason why this relationship isn't looking up is because it's not the same anymore. You know, for those of you that have kids totally change the dynamic of a relationship. For those of you who it's stress within work and stuff like that, you know, when we're at the beginning of a relationship, just the dating stage, that's the cupcake phase. Everything's good, everything's great, you guys enjoy each other, you guys go out and you guys have fun, and that's what makes you guys want to commit, right? But when we get into more serious levels of the relationship and the cupcake stage is over, and we're not just, it's not light energy anymore, it's serious, it's, you know, we have real life, you know, to deal with. And when it gets to that type of stage, you know, sometimes we lose that fun. Sometimes we don't put effort into doing those little things that we did before, right? And that, I feel like, is really what's holding this relationship back, is you guys, you don't do what you used to do. You don't have the fun that you used to have. You don't pour into each other the way you used to pour into each other. And the way that you could really help put that spark back into this relationship and help the energy to lighten up a little bit and push this relationship to where you really want it to be, is you can release that fear of this relationship is never going to go back to how it was, and put effort into making the relationship back to how it was in the ways where it can be, right? Having that fun, going on those dates, acting the way you used to act with your partner before you were all stressed and you had all these real life issues to deal with, right? This could even be like the energy of like you met this person and you guys got together when you were younger and didn't have as much responsibility. Now you're older and you're adults and you have that responsibility, and it feels different because it is different, but it doesn't have to be a bad different, right? That's just the energy that I'm getting here. So let's get into your advice card. It says sing. Communication is a big thing here too. Look, her throat chakra is even being addressed and literally lit up. I don't think I've ever gotten this card for anybody in a reading, not even myself. And I use these cards a decent bit. So it says, the 𝔗𝔰𝔪𝔰 stands with her guitar covering her body. The wind is carrying musical notes to activate your throat chakra through the timelines. Birds blend into the background as golden light pours from her throat. She reminds you that your ancestors delivered message and coding into songs to free those kept under slavery. Ooh. Passing the ancient teachings down to those who were ripped away from their homelands. The songbird encourages you to embrace your sacred vocal cords and sing out from your heart into the space before you call your power back. The 𝔗𝔰𝔪𝔰 appears to you when you are resisting something within yourself and hiding your true power. Use your voice like the birds and speak your truth. That message is going to resonate to everybody differently. And so I'm just going to leave that there. I'm not even going to elaborate any more on that. But I hope this reading resonated for you guys. If you ever want a personal reading, go ahead and hit me up on Instagram. The link is in the description. If you want exclusive readings for a very cheap monthly fee, we have my Patreon also linked down there in the description. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy this reading. And I will see you guys in the next one. Toodles. Hello, pile number 4. Those of you who chose the Sarki card, Stability. This is going to be your reading. And this first column of cards symbolizes what is holding the connection back. These two cards symbolize what this connection is right now. Is this person the one for you? And these two cards are how can we move this connection forward? And these two cards are the underlying energies of this connection. So there's a lot of mixed messages here, but I feel like they were mixed because there's a lot of different energies going on here, but I feel like I got a good grip on what we have going on here. So first, let's address these cards here. Is this person the one for you? We have the sneaky card, fake profile hiding from you behind the scenes and social media. And we have the 9 of Cups. So what I'm getting here, at first when I pulled this card, I said yes. But with all the other cards in the spread, especially this card and this card right here, and the 10 of Swords, and the sneaky card, I'm definitely feeling though this is like a yes in the future. This person has the potential of being the one for you. However, when it comes to being the one right now, it's a maybe. It's a maybe. This doesn't feel like a concrete yes, but it doesn't feel also like a concrete no. This is like they just want me to get into the full reading so that you guys can get the full picture of what's going on here and decide for yourself whether this is a lesson you want to go through right now or whether this is something that you just want to say, you know what, not dealing with it type of energy. So what's holding this connection back? We have the 7 of Wands and the Mask card. No one is being really truthful here. I don't feel you're being super truthful to your person, and I don't feel like your person is being super truthful to you. Your person may definitely be sneaky and hiding some things from you. This person could potentially be with other people, And this person is definitely masking and putting up a front. This person is not genuine. It literally says pretending, putting up a front, two-faced, not genuine. And I feel like what's happening here with this Seven of Wands, it's like you might be fighting for a connection that's showing you shouldn't be, right? And I feel like this person is also fighting for you and making it hard for you to follow your intuition. I do feel like I said, there could be potential in the future for this connection, but right now I feel like if you guys were to continue on with this person, things would get a little bit messy. Because even in this Nine of Cups card, it looks like the cups are empty. So it's like a lot of cups right there. There's potential to have a lot of feelings, a lot of opportunity, a lot of potential, right? But the cups look empty to me. And it feels like until both of you are able to fill your own cup and recognize the love that you should have, recognize that you're pouring the love into this person that you should be pouring into yourself, it's going to be a constant game of cat and mouse. It's going to be a constant game of back and forth, a constant game of trial and error, of chasing instead of attracting. I'm hearing I don't chase, I attract. And I feel like that's really the mantra that you need to have. I don't chase, I attract. And I feel like you guys are putting a lot of effort into a connection right now that is proving otherwise. That is proving that it's not necessarily worth that effort right now. Because look, he's so intent on the mice, but the mice are literally falling, right? Or running, in my perspective, right? We also have this dude with a hat, her with a mask, like also on her head, and then we have him with the crown. This person and yourself need to hold each other to higher standards. This person could also be somebody who puts themselves on a pedestal and they care more about themselves than other people, especially right now. Yeah. There's an unequal give and take here. That's definitely holding this connection back. Okay, so for how you guys can move this connection forward into better energies, we have the Ten of Swords and the Observing card. It says being watched, social media stalking, keeping an eye on you, obsessed with you. I feel like forgiveness is key here. I feel like this person needs to forgive themselves and you need to forgive this person, right? And I feel like until that happens, and you could always switch up the energy if needed. But I feel like until that happens, because you guys are so stuck in the same mindset of this person hurt me and you guys are stuck in the trauma that had occurred within this relationship. And I do feel like this is very heavily, if this isn't somebody that you've been dealing with and had difficult times with, this most likely is not your pile. Because it really feels like you guys are stuck in the trauma of what happened within this connection. Both you and your person are stuck in replaying the trauma that had happened within this connection, and there needs to be some forgiveness here because you guys are holding on to old narratives in this connection, and it is causing these old narratives to continue playing out in a continuous karmic cycle. So you guys could be like, old narratives, this stuff is still happening. This stuff is still happening because both of you are still convinced that this is the way that the connection is going to continue going, and because that is your mindset, that is what you are attracting, okay? And I feel like forgiveness needs to happen here, but also for the time being, it might be a good idea to cut this person off. It might be a good idea to say, you know what, this is not working, and because it's not working right now, I'll allow myself to release this connection until it's in better energy. And observe, really have that discernment when this connection is good for you and when it's not good for you, and recognizing that when it's not good for you, you need to cut things off before it you know, before you get hurt again, right? And that's really what I have for you. But let's get into the advice card here. I'm gonna read it from the book. So, come on. It says, stability is an obvious foundation of 𝔗𝔱𝔞's throne. He sits with pride and confidence, knowing he has support. He gives out inspiration to others, encouraging them to believe in themselves. Under his robe you see glimpses of silver armor, as he must always be prepared. He carries a staff made from the stalk of the hemp plant. He does not doubt himself and will deliver a stern warning if you fail to carry out your commitments, especially those you made to yourself. 𝔗𝔱𝔞 appears to always be surprised when he asks you, who gave you permission to stop believing in yourself? The time is now. This is the sign. 𝔗𝔱𝔞 not only has the support of his physical allies, but also that of his ancestral guides, with whom he communes as he sits on the throne. It is time to take a pragmatic approach to your life in order to achieve success. There will always be limitations, but their limit has an endpoint. If 𝔗𝔱𝔞 and the throne show up for you, ask yourself, do I have issues with authority? It's time to speak up and use your voice to help someone like 𝔗𝔞 would. Sorry, I think that they lost punctuation here, so it's frustrating me. So, it's time to speak up and use your voice to help someone like 𝔗𝔞 would. Place your tongue on the roof of your mouth and with your inner voice, chant, victory, 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 in your head for a full 3 minutes. Alright guys, I hope that this reading resonated with you. I hope that it gave you what you needed, and I hope it confirmed your intuition, okay? So I hope this reading resonated. Yeah, I just said all that. If you want a personal reading ever, you can hit me up on my Instagram. The link is in the description. If you ever want exclusive readings that I'm not posting anywhere else, spicy readings, romantic readings, regular readings, and pick a cards, I will be posting them on Patreon, which the link is also in my description. With that being said, like, comment, and subscribe if you fucked with this reading, and I will see you guys in the next one. Toodles.